Balls, and Meteos here. So you guys came off another great win. Only 3 losses. You're 1 game behind TSM. How soon do you catch them for first place?
I think we're only 1 game away.
Yeah. So how soon do you catch them?
Not sure about that.
If it goes how it's been going so far, I don't know if we will catch them because we, I think, have a lot more losses than they do, and they seem more consistent than us. Aside from yesterday's game, so maybe if we both keep winning, then the next time we play them, we'll probably decide who's first place.
You think you have a good chance going into that match?
We might.
It's actually next week, you know.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Probably next week.
Battle for first.
Yeah, it'll be a good game.
Man.
All right, so let's actually get back to what happened today. So, Balls, I want to press you on your interview piece some more. We've looked at you working out and doing push-ups and everything. So, Meteos said that you bench more than the entire team combined. What do you bench?
I actually bench daily, like 155, 165, 8 reps, 3 sets.
Okay.
And
There are a bunch of like woes from the audience, by the way. They're impressed.
Yeah, like I've been working out for quite a while now, so I started off at 80 and just increased. Like it just takes time, pretty much.
How long you been doing it?
Since last December, I think.
Okay. So you're at, what, like 15 months doing it?
Yeah.
Okay,
You gotta give them your max, man. Not how much you rep.
Yeah, what's the max? What's the max?
Max is like 200,
Nice.
probably.
All right, that's awesome. So, Meteos, why have you not joined Balls in being awesome and working out and being super buff?
Well, I used to, but the gym's 2 miles away from our house where we live, and no one really has a car. Balls has a bike, but I don't really want to walk 40 minutes a day to go to the gym. It just kind of takes too much time, or else I would.
Okay. Well, if you guys can just move down the street, you guys can all super strong. It'd be awesome. So let's go into the game then. You guys had a pretty convincing match here overall. Anything kind of, was there any like curveball thrown your way, or were you like, yeah, we're probably going to win, and just kind of played your game?
We pretty much expected all the picks they were going to do, not necessarily the order, but it was something that we considered they would have a comp like that, and I think we played pretty well.
So when you come into a game and you're kind of like, we expect this kind of comp to come out, like, how do you plan for that game then? Like, what do you guys try to do to be like, okay, here's the EG, like, we're going to run at this?
We usually take like 1 hour before playing the game, like the night before, like after our scrims are done, we take 1 hour to think about picks and bans. And yeah, we all just sit around as a team and just think about it, asking everyone like, do you think this is good, or do you think this matchup is good, and just take it into account. And then Lemon just writes it in his notebook, pretty much.
So you matched up Shyvana versus Yasuo. It seemed like a pretty close match early on. I know you normally like to win lane, but it seemed like you were the one pushed back in. How was that fight for you?
I think Yasuo does fine against Shyvana early game, because Shyvana's known for having a weak early game. Like, she starts level 1 with Flame Breath.
Yeah.
And Yasuo has the poking Q.
Yeah.
So she naturally pushes out Shyvana. But I think later on, Shyvana becomes really tanky and has the 1 damage on blade ranking. So she can pretty much shut down Yasuo by herself in team fights and stuff.
So then speaking of team fights, we do actually have a replay about 18 minutes in. It's one where they dive in super hard on elimination and they pop him, and you guys continue the fight 4v5. If we get that on your screen, I'd like you guys to take me through how you guys thought about this battle.
All right, so this fight, we got kind of surprised because Leona just flashed on Lemon, and then they pretty much went all in. They used 4 ultimates on our support, and so they killed Andy before he could do anything, but they're sort of an ult-centric team comp. All their ults are very long cooldown and very impactful, and if they use them all in the support, we can generally just clean up the fight. We were also about, I guess, 4k gold up at this point, so generally if someone uses all their spells on the support and you're in a good position, you can capitalize on it.
And so what were your guys' jobs individually in that fight?
Okay, my job was just pretty much going on Yasuo. Like, you see it in the beginning of that fight, I dragged into all of them, and I went straight for Yasuo too after that.
Meteos, how about you?
Well, their team had a really squishy front line. Vi built full damage, and Yasuo was also focusing on damage, so we didn't really need to dive their Lulu Ezreal because they're pretty hard to kill, so we mostly kited back, protected Sneaky, and just tried to kill their front line.
Yeah, Sneaky ended up being part of every single kill you guys had on the team as Sivir there. And Jad, I believe, made the comment that Sneaky has these like really good initiation instincts because he plays a bunch of like Ashe or Sivir here, and he's like kind of starting the fights. Does he end up making the calls, or does someone tell him to press R?
It's usually Mir High that tells him to go. We all just start yelling alt, 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 and then we all just run at him.
And you just run in and kill people?
Yeah, it's a good
That's
time.
just the strategy? So what makes you decide that it's time to go and dive them? Like, say we're going to dive a turret or to start a fight?
Usually it's the creeps sometimes. Like, you see the other lanes pushing the creeps, getting to the turret, and then we're like, okay, the lanes, top lane's pushing, mid lane's pushing, and it's like, okay, we should dive this wave, waiting for the creeps.
Wow, so you actually know when the wave's coming in that you're like, we're going to go for this wave here and get ready to start it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's really awesome, and you guys do a very good job. Guys, congratulations on your win. We'll see you next week. Battle for first, TSM. We're going to see it. Guys, we got more games coming on, though. To take us to our next game, let's send it over to Riven Chat.